Welcome. I'm back with another chapter read, another full read of On Isis and Osiris. You're with the Nasty Pastor. Before we get started, can you go over there to my YouTube channel, Only Faith Ministries, and hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Go on deep into the comments. Tell me what you think. I do not go on your channel without understanding, without if I have to challenge something. That's called engaging. That's called, making it where that I've been there. But look, let's get into this chapter read, and akin to these and such like stories are, they say, the legends told concerning Typhon, how that he committed dreadful crimes out of envy and spite. Is that not how it usually happens? Envy and spite. You see some things that others have and you want it. You need it. And it's nothing to obtain. It's nothing to obtain, but you will go to great lengths, great steps to do the most evilest things to obtain it. When you could look back at it, you could say to yourself, okay, this what this costs? Okay, now what I got to do to go make this money? Now when you figure out what you got to do to go make this money to pay the cost of obtaining this material item, you know what I mean? What you just done is something righteous. But if you're going to sit there and you're going to say to yourself, you know something? I'm going to go on and rob this dude and take this. I'm going to go on and rob this woman and take this. I'm going to go on and rob these people and take this. What thought have you put into it? What real thought have you put into it? I used to always tell people it's easy for me to do wrong, but it's hard for me to do right. How that he committed dreadful crimes out of envy and spite, and by throwing all things into confusion, he filled with evils all the land and sea as well, and finally was punished for it. But the avenger of Osiris, his sister and wife, who extinguished and put a stop to the madness and fury of Typhon, did not forget the contest and struggles she had gone through, nor yet her own wanderings, nor did she suffer oblivion and silence to envelope her many deeds of wisdom, many feats of courage, but by intermingling with the most sacred ceremonies, images, hints, and representations of her sufferings of yore, she consecrated at one and the same time both lessons of piety and consolation in suffering for men and women when overtaken by misfortune. And she, together with Osiris, having been translated from the rank of good daemons up to that of gods, by means of their virtue, as later was done with Hercules and Bacchus, received not inappropriately the united honors of gods and of daemons everywhere, both in the regions above earth and those underground, possessing the supreme power. For they say that Serapis is no other than Plato, and Isis, Proserpine, as Archimoros of Ebola has asserted, as also Heraclitus of Pontus, when he supposes the oracle at Canopus to belong to Pluto. Well, end of that chapter read, and we're going to wrap this up. We're going to, get a good understanding that, life wasn't too easy back then. Evil was in the world from day one. The day that we fell from heaven. Evil existed on this rock, you know, so get an understanding of whom you bringing into this world. Get an understanding that you may not be equipped to be responsible for another life in this world. Understand that your wicked ways should not keep being reproduced. There's a time to cut something off. There's a time to make a change. There's a time to look at yourself. As Michael Jackson said, it starts with the man in the mirror. It's time. You know, look at yourself. Look at how you raise your children. Look at how the influence on your friends has rubbed off on their children. You know, you sit back, you laugh, you say, man, they funny, man, they crazy, man, they this, they da. And then a year from now, a week from now, a day from now, they're on the news either dead or they're on the news for killing someone. Do you really want to share that burden with your child? I don't. I would never want to share that with my child. And it's hard. Any parent that give up care going to share that burden with their child. You're going to always think about it. You're going to always feel that same pain that your child feel. I don't care if your child was in the right. You still took a life. You feel me? You still took a life, and there's pain, there's hurt in taking a life. Look, I'm out. You've been with the nasty pastor. I love you. I'm going to say it to you again. It's 2024. Keep pushing. Keep the same thoughts, the same motivation, the same strength you had in 2023 trying to get into 2024. Excuse me. You've been blessed with some tax money. Put some of it up. It's a long year. We got like what? We got 9 more months to go. It's a long year. Put some money up. Don't just save it for the year. Put something up where you can take into 2025. And when you get in 2025, start preparing yourself to take something in 2026. And before you know it, you're going to be up. Before you know it, you're going to be so far ahead of yourself, you can go in there and dip and it don't hurt. You can go in there and say to yourself, you know something, I've been wanting this for a long time. I'm not going to lay away this. I'm not going to credit this. I'm going to go slap this money on the counter and buy it all at one time. Look, I'm out. I love you. I'll catch you on the next reading.